श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किक केसरी वेदांताचार्य वर्ग्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि श्रीवासरंगपरकाल मुनित्रयाप्तलक्ष्मात्मरक्षणयतियुगागमान्तम् आचार्य भक्ति परिपूतमनर्गशीलं गोपालदेशिकमुनिं गुरुमाश्रयामः व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे सुखतातं तपोनिधिं व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः. The entire Vishnu Sahasranama stotram, consisting of 1,000 names of Vishnu, are plucked or in fact picked up by rishis. So Rishibi Parigitanam. So here rishis have uttered these names and are composed or uttered, narrated by Bhishma Pitamaha, the grandfather Bhishma, to Yudhishthira, because Yudhishthira asked Bhishma, who is the ultimate, who is the Paradevam, who is the supreme deity, whose names we have to chant, which japa we need to make by which we can get rid of the samsaric afflictions, by get rid of the bondage of birth and death and future further births, how to get the redemption, the salvation. So these were the questions asked by Yudhishthira, and Bhishma replies, and thus it becomes the Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra, and it is actually compiled by our sage Veda Vyasa, because he is the one who composed the entire Mahabharatam, and Vishnu Sahasranama and Bhagavad Gita are part of it. So it is Veda Vyasa who narrated or who reiterated and compiled these Vishnu Sahasranamam as uttered by Bhishma to Yudhishthira, which has been already glorified by the rishis. And these names are so wonderful, they are so powerful that even one name itself is enough for us to get our desires. So here we have covered so far 4 slokams, and today we will have the 5th slokam. Aprameyo Rishikesha Padmanabho Amara Prabhu Vishwakarma Manustvashta Stavishta Staviro Dhruvaha. So we will just quickly go through one-liner of these names and then go through the meanings slightly brief. Few lines or just touch upon each name as to how beautiful it is, how powerful it is. Aprameya means immeasurable, one who cannot be defined, incomprehensible, one who cannot be understood. Aprameya, Rishikeshaha, controller of the sense organs. He is the controller of the senses. Rishika means senses. Rishika Ishaha, the one who is the lord of the senses. Padmanabha, Padma means lotus. Nabha is navel, toppul. So one from whose navel the lotus emanates, and the universe is created by the Chaturmukha Brahma, the 4-faced Brahma, who is born out of the lotus. So Padmanabha, there is a beautiful temple in Thiruvananthapuram, Ananta Padmanabha Swami. So Padmanabhan. Then Amara Prabhu, here the Lord of celestial gods, the Lord of immortal ones, Amara Prabhu. There was one devotee who used to recite Padmanabho Maraprabhu, Padmanabho Maraprabhu. So he used to say Maraprabhu. So one Vedantic scholar who heard that went and corrected him. He went and corrected him, saying that it's not Maraprabhu, it is Amaraprabhu. So means the Lord of immortal, Amara. Mara means one who is going to die. Amara, one who will never die. Means the Nitya Suris. Ananta, Garuda, Vishwaksena, they are the Nitya Suris. They are there eternally in Sri Vaikunta. So the Lord of Nitya Suris, you can say. But this person who is ignorant like me, he said he is also the Lord of Maram, the trees. Because when he is the Lord of the celestial gods, he is also the Lord of plants, trees, animals, human beings, everyone. So that is why Maraprabhu is also correct. So that was, even though it's correct, it is Amaraprabhu. But even when you say Maraprabhu, the Lord would not be displeased with that. Even if we make mistakes, he would be enjoying how we recite. Because he is like the parent who enjoys the child's babble, the gibberish language of the child, baby. Similarly, the Perumal enjoys our Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram, even if pronounced by mistakes unknowingly. However, we will try to correct ourselves, but you don't have to feel bad that you are making a mistake. Vishwakarma, the creator of the universe, he is the Vishwakarma. He is the creator of the entire Prapancham, the universe. Manu, the great thinker, he is the thinker. Twashta, one who created all different forms and names in this universe. Twashta. Stavishtaha, one who is huge in size, one who is magnificent in size. Staviraha, one who has always existed. It is not that he has not been there before or he would not be there in future. He is always there, eternal. Then Dhruvaha, one who is unaffected by time, one who is never changing, one who is eternal, permanent. That is Dhruvaha. So here, Aprameyo Rishikesha Padmanabho Maraprabhu Vishwakarma Manustvashta Stavishta Staviro Dhruvaha. So the immeasurable, Aprameyaha, which means he cannot be comprehended by our tools, by our eyes, by our brain power, by our thinking, by extrapolating. We would not be able to do. Because Brahma himself says, we do not know your beginning, we do not know your middle, we do not know your end. The supreme creator Vishnu, I do not know of him. I do not know the beginning, middle or end of him. Because what form is he? He needs to show himself to me. Otherwise I would never know the essential nature of the supreme ruler. Brahma himself says, Brahmadinam cha karane no manut mapi shakyate. Drashtum hi asau aprameyaha vachasamapi agocharaha. He also tells Rudra, Brahma informs Rudra, the Shivan, that, O greatest of beings, O Rudra, it is impossible for you and impossible for me or for anyone to visualize him, to visualize our Lord. He is the cosmos himself. He is the very universe itself. Whether he takes the Kalyana Gunams, if you take his entire Kalyana Gunams, Jnanam, Balam, Aishwaryam, Viryam, Shakti, Tejas, or Shausilyam, Vatsalyam, Swamitvam, Karunyam, whatever Kalyana Gunams that you think of, he is that. And you think of any bad qualities, he is not that. When the Veda Vakyam says he is completely having no gunam, which means he does not have bad qualities. Like we have the lust, the desire, the anger, the jealousy, the hatred. We have all of them in plenty, but he does not have. Whereas we lack the auspicious qualities. When we are in a high state, we would never ever stoop down low and mingle with the lowliest of the lowliest. But when he takes the avataram, he mixes with the monkeys, he mixes with the rakshasas, he mixes with the hunter, with the bird, Jatayu, and he considers them as equal. So that is he. So Aprameya, Rishikesha, he is the controller of the sense organs. Bhagavan is called Rishikesha because he is the one who controls the senses. We need to pray to him to keep our senses under control. Rishika means sense organ. Rishika Ishaha, the Ishwaran, the Lord of the senses. It also means another meaning. It is Rishi, Harsha, Saukya. So he is the effortless ruler, it also means. So Rishikeshaha, Padmanabhaha, one who has a lotus in the navel. It is he who creates the Chaturmukha Brahma, the Brahma with the four faces, because he has given him Vedas. With the Vedas, he would be given a power, because the Perumal himself becomes the indweller in Brahma to create the entire universe. Go ahead, create the universe with the help of Vedas. So Brahma started creating the universe. So here the Veda Vakyam says that from which all beings are born, that by which when born they live, that unto which when they disappear, when they depart, they enter. Desire to know that. That is Brahman. That is Perumal. That is the Lord. The Vedam says, Yato va imani bhutani jayante, ye na jata na jivanti, yat prayantya visham vishanti, tad vijijñāsasva, tad brahmeti. Taittiriya Upanishad says, that from which all beings are born. That is Brahman. Not Brahma, it is Brahman, which is Vishnu, Sriman Narayana, Brahman. Brigati iti Brahman, that which grows others, that who himself grows. That is Brahman. That by which when they are born, they live. Means because of him we live. And unto him we enter when we finally go. At the end of Pralayam, we go into him and he protects us. And he is the one who keeps us during the dissolution of the universe in his stomach. And he brings us back because of our karma into future birth. So it is he, Padmanabha, Amara Prabhu. It is he who is the Lord of Nitya Suris. He is the Lord of Ananta Garuda Vishwaksena, very many. He is the one. And he is the Lord of the Devas. Deva, the Indra, Brahma, Rudra. He is the Agni, Varuna. He is the Lord of everyone. So we say, how is it possible? So they say there are very many gods in our Hinduism. It is true. We need to understand two concepts here. The Shruti, the Veda says, Sayekaha, there is only one. There is only one God. Yekameva Advitiyam. There is nothing, there is no second. And if it also says, Sabrahma Sasivashendra Sokchara Paramaswarat, he is the one who is Brahma, who is Shiva, who is Indra, like that. How is it possible? Because when we say the Lord is there everywhere, because he manifests himself inside and outside of everything and everyone. Antar Bahishchatat Sarva Vyapya Narayana Stitaha. Narayana is the one who manifests, who dwells inside and outside of everything and everyone. There is nothing in which he does not exist, live. Tat Srishtva Tadanu Pravishya Tadevanu Pravishate. Also Upanishad says, Tat Srishtva, he creates and he enters into it and he directs and controls from inside. So inside our Jivatma, there is an indweller who is called Antaratma, Perumal. So that is why we need to respect all beings, all Achetanams, all lifeless matter. That's why nothing is to be considered as which is lowliest. We should respect. That's why our Mahans, Bhagavatas, they consider everything as equal. Samoham sarvabhuteshu, Perumal says in Bhagavad Gita. For me, everyone is equal. So he is the Lord. When we say he is the Lord of Devadevas, he is in them as the indweller. When we say Sabrahma Sasiva Sendra, he is the indweller, Antaratma of Brahma, Antaratma of Isha Rudra, Antaratma of Devendra. Because he is the one who acts through them. When in a company, when somebody forms a company as the owner and he has 100 people working with him, Somebody produces, somebody sells, somebody buys material, the raw material, somebody has to pay them the salary, somebody has to give attendance to them, somebody has to sweep the floor, somebody has to run the IT department. There are so many activities going on. So the owner cannot do everything. The owner appoints a person qualified enough because of his knowledge, because of his experience, because of the years of experience, assigning a production manager, a human resource manager, a sales manager, an IT manager, and to look after the department people. So the department people consider their manager as the boss. Their managers consider the owner as the boss. So ultimately the owner is the boss. When the owner walks in, all others are equal in front of the owner, even though he gives them the power to run their respective departments. However, we should also remember the owner stays in the company because it is his own company. Whereas the production manager, after his time over, he is packed, retired. You can go home. Another person is appointed. So similarly, Brahma, after few yugams, few thousands of Chatur yugams, another Brahma comes, another Jivatma takes over as Brahma, another Jivatma takes over as Devendra. So like that, he is the Lord of Devadevas. But the Lord, he never changes. And that is what is the last one, in which he is never changes. One Staviraha, one who has always existed. Dhruvaha, one who is unaffected by time. One who is unaffected by any change. One who is eternally permanent. That's the one. Then we also have Vishwakarma. He is the creator of the universe. He is the one who has created the entire universe. But why does he have to put us all into this trouble? He creates, we all are born, because of the karma vasanas, we are born and we have to study, we have to write exams. Why all this? Straight away he should have taken to Sri Vaikuntham. Why did he not do that? Because it is his opportunity for us to give us the intellect. He gives us promotion, one birth after another birth, because of our punya, because of our karma, and gives the human birth for us to realize with our vivekam, with the discriminatory power, with the shastras, that if by surrendering to him, by being devoted to him, he grants us the redemption to get rid of any further births. So he is giving us an opportunity. Instead of lying dormant as a tree, or as a cockroach, or as a mosquito, or as a plant, or as a lion, or even as a Chaturmukha Brahma. Even the Brahma, after his period of Brahma is over, he needs to be born again. There is no way that he can escape any further birth. He has to take another birth because of the karma. Probably he would take another birth as maybe King Charles of UK, United Kingdom. Maybe he would be born like President Trump of United States and create all sorts of chaos. So he would do all that. So he is the creator of the universe. And Manu, Vishwakarma Manu Twashta, the great thinker. He is the ultimate thinker. Twashta, the one who created all different forms and names in this universe. Anything which has a name and the form, he is inside and he dwells inside. And that's why we say Tat Srishtva Tadanu Pravishya, where he creates and he enters into it. He is huge in size, Stavishtaha, and he is so huge that the moment huge comes, we think of Trivikrama Avataram. He came as a small brahmachari boy from Mahabali Chakravarti. He came into the Mahabali Chakravarti Yagam, and then as a small bachelor brahmachari boy, he came and begged for. The brahmachari boy was so glowing, Vamana Avataram, and he was so glowing that Mahabali was impressed by his tejas, by his splendor. He said, what do you want? I will give, because during the yagam you have to give danam. And immediately his guru Shukracharya knew that this guy is Lord Vishnu. who has come to deceive Mahabali Chakravarti. He understood, but he wanted to stop. But the king Bali, having given a word, he wanted to give. Tell me what you want. He said, I want 3 measures of the earth with my feet. I want 3 measures of my feet. Okay, go ahead, measure, and I will give you. Immediately, within a fraction, even 1/1,000,000th of a second, he grew to be a huge Trivikrama. His feet went up to Brahmalokam, and Brahma grabbed the opportunity to wash his feet, wash the thumb which entered into the Brahmalokam, and Rudra took it on his matted locks, that water, and that became Ganges. That is why he became auspicious, Shiva, Mangalam. He became Shiva. Shiva means auspicious. He was called Shiva since then. So the Trivikrama was so huge. I always used to think that out of all avataram, Trivikrama avataram is the biggest, huge. However, I was wrong. My Acharyan told me that it's not Trivikrama who was huge. It was Lord Varaha who is huge. Because the entire universe was taken by a Rakshasa, by an Asura called Hiranyakshan. And the Bhuma Pirati, the universe, Bhuma Devi, she was shivering and seeking protection, help. And Varaha took a huge boar, and he took on his horn, on his nose, the entire universe on his nose. And he killed Hiranyakshan and protected the entire Bhuma Devi, the Bhumi, the universe. So it seems the Mahapralayam, the waters, became a small droplet of water in his hoof, in his leg, between the 2 fingers on his leg, on his toe. The entire dissolution, Mahapralayam waters, became a small droplet of water between 2 fingers of his leg. So who is huge? He is the one who measured the entire universe by taking a huge form, or the one who took the entire universe on his nose? It is Varaha who is huge, because it is Mahapotri. And Andal says, Manamila Pantriya, Manamila Pandri. Manamila Pandri means the one who was not ashamed to take the Pandri avatar. The one who cannot be compared with anything. Upamanamilla Pandriyam. There is no simile. There is no you cannot draw parallel to that form, the boar. And he gave a beautiful Varaha Charma Slokam, which we will enjoy another day. Adiyan. Dhanyosmi. Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha. Dhanyosmi Adiyan.